Before we learn flats, we'll just review the sharp lesson. So basically when we progress alphabetically from A, it's sharps. So there's sharp for all the notes except for B and E. So it's going to be A sharp, B, C, C sharp, D, D sharp, E, F sharp, G, G sharp and back to A. So what are flats? Flats are basically when you go backwards, and we'll just take a look at it now. We are progressing backwards from A to G, G to F, F to E, E to D, D to C, B and back to A. So when we move backwards from A, the previous note to A is also called an A flat, which basically is the same note. It's also called the G sharp. So G sharp and A flat means the same note. You might have a question why it's been named with two different names. We'll talk about that deeply in a different video. So just understand that the note previous to A is an A flat. After A flat, you move to G, G to a G flat, which is also called an F sharp. So A flat is also called a G. And F doesn't have a flat because E doesn't have a sharp. So from F to E directly, and E has a flat because D has a sharp. So E flat, D. There is a D flat, which is also called C sharp. There is no flat for C because there is no sharp for B. So from C to B, and there is a B flat because there is a sharp. So when we actually move backwards from A, you name the notes as A flat, G, G flat, F to E, E flat, D, D flat, C, B, B flat and A. Taking a look at the notes which don't have flats, as we all know, there's no sharp for B and E. So the next note after B is a C, the next note after an E is an F. So C and F don't have flats because B and E don't have sharps. So using this, we are going to learn how to tune your guitar. So as we all know, there are hundreds and thousands of tuning apps in Android market for free, and one of my favorite is Pitch Lab Pro Tuner. The home screen would look something like this. So if in case you're asking for suggestions, then I would recommend you this. So we'll use this app to tune our guitar now. So the basic idea here is to pick the strings with your right hand and use your left hand to hold the key of the corresponding string. Basically you have to know to which keys these strings are connected to. So take a look at this E string. String number 6 is directly connected to this particular key here, and same way string number 5 is getting connected to the previous key here. So take a good look at where your strings are getting connected to whichever key it is. So place your left hand on that particular key and keep picking with your right hand. So there's two ways you can turn the key. It's clockwise and anti-clockwise. So the difference it's going to make is either one of these two. It's either going to go down or it's going to go up. So basically what we are doing is we are tightening and loosening the string by turning this key. So basically we are increasing and reducing tension on your strings. So decrease, increase. Now we'll try tuning the third string, string number 3. So I'll pick the string now. It's a G string. Says it's perfectly tuned. What I'll do is I'll just change the tuning. As you can see now, it's showing an F sharp. So keep in mind that we'll have to progress alphabetically. After F sharp comes G. So what I'll have to do is I'll have to tune up. It'll sound like this when you go up. So from F sharp, slowly keep picking and turning the key. And that's about it. I've tuned to a G now. Now we'll try a D string, which is the 4th string. I'll change the tuning. Now if you notice, it's showing a E with a small B beside it, which means it's an E flat. E flat is the previous note to E, which is a D sharp. So E flat is also called a D sharp, which means the string is over tuned to a D sharp. What we'll have to do is we'll have to tune it down. It'll sound like this if you go down. So I'll try to tune it to a D now. Coming down to D. There. So we'll try the A string also. The reason why I'm not showing you tuning with the first two strings is because these two strings snap really fast because these are the thinnest strings. So we'll try the A string now. I'll change the tuning of the A. As you can see, it's showing a B now, which means we'll have to come backwards. We'll have to cross A sharp, which is B flat, and then go to A. Go down to A, B flat first. There you can see it. There we have our A. And that's about it. So try tuning all the strings by yourself. Try to detune or over-tune it. If in case you're using a clip type tuner where you clip it on the guitar head and use, it's going to be the same process, but keep in mind there's a button called mode in all the tuners, which basically helps you switch alphabets on the tuner display. If you notice, it'll switch between either a C, G, B. There's also U and V sometimes. These are basically the names of instruments. It's V for violin, U for ukulele, B for bass guitar, C for chromatic. Set your tuner to a chromatic mode, keep it in C always. The reason behind that is when you pick a particular note, if it's in a chromatic mode, it'll show all the notes in display. Which means if you're picking a particular string and if it's in an A sharp, it'll show you A sharp. If it's in a G sharp, it'll show you a G sharp. Whereas if you set it in a guitar mode, which is G mode, it only shows you E, B, G, D, A, E notes alone. Until you tune it to the right pitch, it's going to show you only E, B, G, D, A, E. It won't actually show you which particular note you are in